This is Kugan Cassius for IFL TV. We're inside the Wildcard Gym here in Hollywood. With me, I've got Freddie Roach. How are you, Freddie?
Doing well.
Doing well. You've just had Joe Gallagher and all these boys train here for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So how was that?
That was very good. You know, it gives my guys a chance to get a different type of sparring, and it works really well. You know, it gives some good fighters, Scotty Quillin, the boys, David and Steven. They all work very hard. We have one of the boys. I didn't know I couldn't call him a Jippo, but
Jose Burton.
Yes, but he's a real nice kid, and I was just researching what that meant and so forth, because one of my other English fighters told me that he's a Jippo, and I said, what, you know, so I wanted to. We don't have that in America, at least not that I know of. Yeah. So, but anyway, he's a real nice kid. All the boys were real happy. I think he got a little mad at me at first. He thought I was giving him a hard time, but I was just asking what it meant. I
think in England, that's kind of can be used as a derogatory term sometimes. I suppose gypsy is the correct term.
He told me it depends how you say it.
It depends. It does. It depends how you say it, indeed. But it's all in good.
But he knew I was just playing.
Obviously, yes, of course. Anyone from Joe Gallagher's boys that particularly catches your eye at the moment, Freddie?
Well, you know, Quigg's probably the best out of the bunch right now. I think experience-wise, and he's turned into a real good puncher. His hand speed's really good. He's improved so much since the last time he was here. He's getting better all the time, and he has a title defense coming up, and I think he'll do really well.
So obviously they've left now, but you know they were here using the gym and sparring with all the boys here, so they had a good experience here. Yeah,
it was good for both sides. You know, it's the 3rd time he's come here. It's really a good thing for him to do for the kids, because you know, sometimes at home you just get a little bit bored of the sparring and so forth, and we come here, you get a different look, you get different styles. It's really good that he does that for the kids. I would like to do that someday for my guys, but just to get them all together, it would be really difficult, because my guys are from different places, and Cotto's from here, and Pacquiao's from there. It's just a little bit difficult getting them all in the same place.
What, can you tell us anything about Miguel Cotto's next fight? We know that the rumours are that a fight with Sergio Martinez could happen in June, but I read somewhere that he'll fight regardless in June, whether it's against Martinez or not.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, Martinez is the #1 guy we want right now. They're negotiating. It's getting closer and closer. I think they're going to work that out. I think it's going to be Martinez on June 7th and Puerto Rican Day in Madison Square Garden, New York. It'll be a big day. You know, they have the parade first and all that, and the Puerto Rican audience that he draws is a great audience, and it's a big fight. You know, it'll be the first Puerto Rican to win 4 world titles if that happens, and if that doesn't happen, I mean, the thing is, we get offers to go with one of the other champions at the middleweight division. You know, I think it's Felix Sturm from Germany. Yeah. Is been talked about a little bit also. So, but the Martinez fight is the one I want, because he's the biggest name out there right now. I think in that division right now, he's popular. He beat my guy Chavez, and Chavez didn't train that well for that fight, but I think I have the right game plan to beat him. But I think I have the right guy this time to do it.
Sal Alvarez takes on Alfredo Anguilla, but Sal Alvarez was another name for Cotto that was.
He was another name right now, but we thought, you know, we'd rather go with Martinez first, because you don't know how long his career is going to go, and Alvarez will be there for a long time. He's a young guy coming up and so forth, so that fight will always be there. So if we win, that could be our next fight, or possibly Mayweather rematches. You know, people are talking about that also, because Cotto looked really good with him, and Miguel told me, he said, Freddie, if I was in this kind of shape that we got him in for his last fight, he said I would have knocked Mayweather out. So it's, wow. I believe what he says.
Cotto Cotto came off the back of defeats to Mayweather and Austin Trout to beat Rodriguez last year. What's Cotto got left, do you think? Because he's been around a long time now. He's been in a lot of hard fights. What kind of Cotto, would be facing Martinez?
Cotto's really not a washed-up fighter. Watching those two fights, especially the Trout fight, I told him, "What the hell are you doing?" And he just, for some reason, him and his coach weren't getting along and just weren't on the same page. And that's why he came and hired me. And me and him actually we get along really well. And with my assistant Marvin, him get along great, and him and Liam. So the atmosphere was really good here, the whole camp. He was very disciplined. He had a lot of fun. It was his first time being in LA for a training camp, and he's never been here before. So we rented him a nice house. Well, we didn't rent him a, he rented his own nice house, yeah. But he was very comfortable. His wife and kids came. He had his whole family here. He just had a good time, like enjoying LA in the weather of LA and so forth, and working really hard. I mean, he was in this gym at 5 a.m. every morning for 3 hours doing cardio and conditioning work, and then he'd go home and sleep a little while, and then at 2 o'clock he'd come back and work on the boxing. And just working with him, cutting the ring off and teaching him things that he should have known, being the fighter he has. I was very interested in that he didn't have as much knowledge as I thought he might have. So we worked on cutting the ring off, how to stay in front of the fighter, but just keep pressure on him at all times. And we brought back his left hook to the body, which in the Trout fight he kind of forgot about, and that was his bread and butter. That's his best shot, and it worked really well in the Rodriguez fight. So the thing is, I think he's a very live fighter. He's 33 years old now. I mean, he's had a lot of fights, a lot of wars, yes, but he was really fresh in that fight. And the thing is, one thing we did was he used to run 6 days a week. We took him off that program, running 6 days a week. We ran him 2 days a week and worked on machines and cardio on a lot of the low impact machines that don't really make your legs feel like dead. The thing is, you don't want that feeling. So we worked on sprints and so forth, and a lot of the cardio change. It worked really well for him. My strength coach Gavin McMillan, it worked very well with him, and Gavin is a very knowledgeable guy. He works with a lot of soccer teams over in South Africa and so forth, and he's one of the strength and conditioning coaches that doesn't believe in weights, and I don't believe in weights for fighters either. I think it makes you slow. I think speed's a great asset. So we were really work on the same page, so it worked out well for us, and I think it worked out really well for Cotto.
Moving on to Manny Pacquiao, obviously the talk is that he will rematch Timothy Bradley. Is that the fight you want, Freddie?
That wasn't the #1 choice. I mean, there was some other fights out there, but Bradley is what we ended up with. It was either Bradley or Ruslan. I mean, with top-ranking Golden Boy being separated, and the pool for opponents is a lot smaller. So the thing is either fight one of my own guys or fight Bradley. So, Manny chose to fight Bradley because him and Ruslan are friends. And they help each other. He helped us get ready for a couple fights and so forth. So they sparred together. And it'd be a great fight, of course. But the thing is, Bradley's the guy that we did lose to him on the record book. We lost him. So we have to avenge our losses, and that's part of life. And I look forward to it. I look forward to getting Manny ready for the fight. I think he might be a little bit more mobile than he was in the first fight. I don't think he'll exchange quite as bit. We have to fight a very smart fight for this time. I think he's going to box us and be more intelligent than he's not just going to get in a war with us, because he's going to lose that if he gets in a war. And so that's just, he is a good boxer and he's a very good fighter. It's he's coming off a good win. We're coming off a good win. It's a good fight. I'm happy about I'm happy that we have a date, and a lot of people thought it was going to be Mayweather because there was a lot of rumors going around.
Do you believe that fight will still happen?
No, I don't think it will.
No.
I think Mayweather's more interested in keeping us undefeated. If he retires with that 0 on his record, he can say he's better than Sugar Ray Robinson and all these great fighters who have losses, and he doesn't have any. If he loses, he can't brag about how great he is anymore. He's the best fighter ever, and that's more important to him than the money for Pacquiao.
Okay. I want to ask you about another one of your fighters, Ray Beltran, who came off a controversial defeat to Ricky Burns in Scotland, rather.
Yeah.
And now Ricky Burns is fighting Terence Crawford. Now, we know that Beltran was looking for the rematch, so can you talk to me a little bit about that? You've got a feel for him a little bit there.
Yeah, you know, he fought a good fight. You know, he's been around in the game for a long time. He finally got the shot, and we thought he won the title there. But you know, boxing is very objective. So he lost the decision going over there. You know, sometimes you have to knock people out when you go to the hometown to get that W. But you know, it's part of the life and part of the game. Crawford's a good fighter.
How good is Crawford, Freddie? Because, like I said, not a lot of people know about him in England, only the hardcore boxing fans.
But he's been here before. He's come here, he's sparred here. I think he's the real deal. He's a talented guy. He has a good chance to win that fight. And if he wins, I hope Ray gets a rematch with the winner, whoever it is. We don't really care, but you know, if we have to go to Scotland again and do it over there, we will. And you know, I would love that to be Ray's next fight, but I like to just keep him busy until that happens. So we're looking for maybe a smaller fight right at this point, just to keep fresh and keep busy.
Carl Froch from England has stated that he would like to fight Chavez Jr. at some point this year, and in Vegas. You know, what do you think about that fight?
I think it's a great fight, actually, because Froch is a tough guy, and Chavez is obviously a tough guy. They both have good chins, and they're both decent punchers, and it would be a good fight. You know, I'm not with Chavez anymore, but the thing is, he does contact me once in a while and tell me he's going to show up and train, but he hasn't showed up yet. But I like the kid. He's really a nice kid, but you know, we had 3 great fights together. He never said no to me once. He was one of my best students I've ever had. He came here to watch Manny Pacquiao work out and says, I want that. I said, you can have that just if you listen to me. So he was great for 3 fights, and then in the Martinez fight, for some reason, he wanted to be the boss, and he took over, and he only trained 5 days for that fight. And he did pretty well for only training 5 days for a big fight like that. But I think he has a lot of potential and so forth, but the thing is, I just wish he would get his head on straight.
Just finally, Peter Quillin, Kid Chocolate. What next for him?
Well, you know, Eric Brown, one of my trainers upstairs, is doing really well with Peter. He's the lead trainer this time, you know, he's got some good opposition out there. You know, I mean, you know, the Triple G's out there. Some big fights are lying in the future. Right now, I think right now, you know, they're picking the right opponents. You know, with his new advisor Al Heyman, and sooner or later he's going to have to step up and fight the best fighting the best. You know, unify those titles. And Peter's a very capable guy, very hard worker, and he has a really good right hand. So. I look forward to seeing him with the big boys real soon.
Are you looking for a heavyweight to train, Freddie? Because I'm available.
You know, with the heavyweight division in America right now, I'm not sure if it's worth it, because the little guys are making more money. You know, Vladimir Klitschko, you know, I trained him for 4 fights. He's a great guy, and but he's a little bit boring in the boxing side, and he's just too careful. I remember when I trained him, he had 4 fights, 4 knockouts, because I'm an aggressive guy. I wish he'd go back to that old style, and he's a great puncher, and he used to show that quite a bit. But now he's more of a boxer and more safety first and type of guy, and I just his fights are very good. The last fight was really put me to sleep. But the thing is, I hope the Americans do go back to boxing. The big guys, you know, it seems like It seems like most of the fighters are going to the big guys in America are going to football, because it's a lot easier to make a football team than it is to be heavyweight champion of the world. It's a very difficult thing to do because to be the best at what you do. In football, you have a team of 50 guys that can help out, but you know, in boxing it's just one-on-one. So I haven't seen, you know, I thought Jennings was I called him the best American heavyweight in the world, and he just fought his first fight in HBO over the weekend, and it was not that impressive. So, you know, he did knock the guy out at the end. That kind of saved him a little bit, but the first 11 rounds were a little bit boring.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm prepared to come here for 12 months, let you train me, and then we'll see what we can do with these heavyweights if you want, Freddie.
No problem. I'm just going to get you in shape first, okay?
Are you saying I'm not in shape?
Well, I'm not sure. A little soft. Like me.
All right, Freddie, listen, thank you very much for talking to us. It's good to catch up with you, and thanks for your time. And like I said, good luck to you and all your fighters this year, and let's hope you have a good year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Joe Gallagher, thanks for the help, and thanks for bringing your boys down. We really appreciate it.
He loved you wearing the Gallaghers gym t-shirt, by the way.
It's in the wash right now, but I will wear it again.
All right, this is Cougan Cassius with Freddie Roach here at the Wildcard Gym for IFL TV. Thank you very much.